Hello everyone, welcome again. And today our topic is virtual local area network. Basically, what is the local area network? Okay, virtual local area network or VLAN is a network configuration that allows you to create, separate, or isolate the networks within a single physical network infrastructure. Okay, that is means it will convert a single broadcast what single broadcast domain into multiple broadcast domain, right? Multiple broadcast domain. Let's talk about the VLANs. VLANs enable the segmentation of what network into distinct broadcast domains, which can be enhance the security to improve the performance and simplify the network management. That is means now by the help of VLAN, you can create the multiple networks. Like uh, there is a router or a switch. Sorry, there is a switch used by your network or multiple switches used by your networks, and there are multiple pieces connected like this: one, two, three, and four. Okay, and there are some pieces connected to this side also: one, two, three, and four. Okay, so you can create the department over here, and else you are using the two switches, you can use one switch to do that, right? So that is done by the help of what? The VLAN. We will logically divide the switch's interface into multiple segments. Okay, that is called VLANs. So basically, VLAN is a group of interfaces of a switch. Okay, well, VLANs do the network segmentation. It break the network into what? Multiple parts. Okay, four parts, six part, any types or any number of parts. Okay, it enhances the security because once the departments will be separated, this is sales department. Okay, this one is HR department. If these department will not be intact with each other, so security reason will be high. Okay, it also simplifies the management when we convert a single network into multiple smaller segments, so that will be easy to do what? Easy to leverage, even easy to work over that. It also enhance the performance when the network will be divided into smaller segment, so you can work over the spatial for any segment. On the behalf of that, the network will be improved and it will be flexible and also it will be scalable. Okay, you can modify the network according to your needs. Okay, so the problem is, before going to discuss about the VLAN, let's move to our network. Okay, let us assume we have a network like this. Okay, there are two different departments. Like this is our HR department. Okay, and this is our sales department, right? We are using what? HR department and sales department. Okay, so this is our Cisco packet tracer on which we are going to capture the packets. Let us assume when I will provide the IP address to what? NEPC 192.168.168.10.1. So what will happen? An ARP will be generated. ARP request will be generated, that is 192.168.10.1. So you can see that the ARP will be automatically generated. Okay, let me provide the IP address also 10.4. Let me mention them. I'm not providing 10.5 and 10.6. Okay, so if you will observe clearly that an ARP has been generated on this side. Whenever I will provide the IP address, an ARP will be generated, and this is the list of packets generated throughout the network. In this network, how many packet will be generated will be in this list. Okay. For now, an ARP packet will be generated. Okay. So when the ARP packet will be generated, it will be forwarded to the nearby devices like this. Okay. When the ARP will be reached to this switch will forward that ARP into what? Multiple devices. It will broadcast this packet to all the devices because when I will check the details of the switch, here you will see that the destination MAC address is what? A broadcast address. When there will be any broadcast address in the MAC address information, so it will do the broadcast. Clear everyone? broadcast will be done. So let's talk about this switch. This switch will also do the broadcast in the same scenario. Okay. The packet will be forwarded to the switch. Switch will do the broadcast. But recently we have mentioned that this department belong to HR department and this belong to sales department. Why these are interacting with each other? If any unnecessary broadcast generated from the department number one, HR department, and if the broadcast from HR department will be forwarded to the sales department, this will not be good. So you must isolate these networks, these department with each other. But how will you do if you have only one switch? So that is possible by logically breaking what? The switch into multiple parts. But this logical segmentation will be done on the behalf of what? Switch interfaces. Okay? Interfaces. Okay. Let's move to our slide again. Here I have shown you that one broadcast generated from a PC will be forwarded to what? Everywhere until you will not create the VLAN. Once you will create the VLAN, this problem will be solved. Okay. This broadcast generated by this one forwarded to everywhere. Okay. Now, as we have discussed that this broadcast will be forwarded to everywhere in the network. So you can see that all the PCs have the same broadcast. This will have the broadcast, this will have the broadcast, this will have the broadcast. Everyone have the broadcast except of what? The source. Why? Because this ARP request is generated for the broadcast MAC address. Here we have a solution for that problem. If you will use the multiple switches, this problem can be solved, but here the broadcast will even happen. This packet will be forwarded to this switch will forward this packet to this one, and again the broadcast will be forwarded. You cannot save your network from the broadcast. Okay. Now let's talk about the segmentation, how we will do the segmentation. So dear, this is our switch. In this we have how many ports are there? If you will count the port, there are 48 ports, right or not? In 48 ports, what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide the ports into what? Multiple parts. Okay. So let us assume we have 4 PC in HR department. Okay. 4 PC in sales department. So what I will do, I will create the group of 4 interface and allot it to HR. Group of 4 interface and will be allotted to HR, and group of 4 interface will be allotted to what? Sales. So what is the benefit of this grouping? That the group member or VLAN member, VLAN called group. The VLAN member, group member cannot interact with other department or other VLAN. So that is means if I will create the VLAN here, VLAN 2 for the first 4 interfaces and VLAN 3 for the next 4 interfaces. So these four interfaces cannot able to forward to these 4. Yeah, that is clear that after creating the VLAN configuration, these 4 interfaces will be completely isolated from these 4 interfaces and not able to forward the data, right? So let's get back to the network again. On left side, we have HR department. So let's provide a VLAN information over here. Let us assume that VLAN 2, HR is the VLAN 2 member, and on right side, we have sales department. So VLAN 3 members are in sales. Okay. Now we are going to create the VLAN on this switch and we'll now observe that how the broadcast will be forwarded or not. Okay. How we can do that? Enable. So go to global configuration mode. Okay. Put a command. First of all, we are going to select all the 3 interfaces at the same time. How many interfaces are there in what? In department 1. Which department? This one. The HR department. How many VLAN are available here? You will say, sir, only one VLAN. VLAN 2 will be created for what? For this department, how many PCs are available? 3 PC. That is means how many interfaces? 3 interface will be used. What are these 3 interfaces? There are these 3 interfaces. FA0/1, FA0/2 and FA0/3. So you can say that, sir, I cannot able to see FA0/1. So here you will see that FA0/1 is available. So these three interfaces of the switch FA0/1 to 3 will be the part of what? VLAN 2, right? These three interfaces FA0/1 to 3 will become the part of what? Kya? What? VLAN 2. Okay. And these three interfaces 4, 5, 6 will become the part of VLAN 3. Now these will be isolated. VLAN 2 member cannot able to forward the data to VLAN 3. Okay. So there the data will not be shareable. That is mean no communication between the different VLANs. That is done by the help of what? VLAN configuration. Data privacy. Okay. Now, how to configure the VLAN information? First of all, I have to select the three interfaces at the same time. So interface range FA0/1 and 1 to 3. Selecting all the three interfaces at the same time. Which three interfaces there? These three interfaces. I'm selecting these three interfaces at the same time. Okay. Interface range FA0/1 to 3. Okay. Switch port, mode, access. The command is what? Switch port mode access. And next command will be what? Switch port mode access. Switch port access VLAN 2. But it will say that is not exist, create the VLAN. So it will automatically create the VLAN, but let me tell you how we can create the VLAN. First of all, create the VLAN. VLAN 2 name HR. Okay. Now create another VLAN. VLAN 3 name sales. So now we have just created the VLAN. Now allot the interface. Interface range FA0/0/4 to 7. 4 to 6, sorry. Slash 4 to 6. Three interfaces are there. FA0/4 to 6. Okay. Now press enter. Switch port mode access. Switch port mode access. Switch port access VLAN 3. Okay. Now we have just allotted three interface to the VLAN 2, right side interface to the VLAN 3. Which interfaces? Left side interfaces are the part of VLAN 2 now, and these three interfaces are the part of what? VLAN 3. So they cannot be able to forward the data. So for do so, let me try to provide the IP address of another PC also. So go to simulation panel, this PC, go to desktop and put the IP address 192.168.10.2. Okay, so it will automatically generate the ARP packet. Again, what is the destination IP address for the same? The same IP address will be there, but the destination MAC address will be what? Broadcast. That is means whenever the first packet will be generated every time, our packet will do the broadcast. Clear? So the broadcast will be generated. This broadcast will be forwarded to what? To the switch. This broadcast will be forwarded to the switch. Now switch will again broadcast in the same department. The packet forwarded from the switch to this from this PC to switch, and this switch has broadcast this packet only what? Only in same department, not in other department. So these department will be isolated. These can easily able to interact. These can easily able to interact, but they cannot forward the data to each other. Okay. Now let's try to provide more IP address 192.168.10.3. Okay. 192.168.10.4. 192.168.10.5. Okay. And 192.168.10.6. So we have provided the IP address to all of them. When I will try to ping in between the two PCs, well, I cannot forward the data to the different department, but in same department, I can easily able to forward the data. So let me try to forward the data in between the same PCs. same department PC. Let me try to forward the data in between these two. But still, the broadcast will be generated but will be forwarded in the same network. It will not be for same department. It will not be forwarded into another department. Okay. Let's now do the configuration. Just provide the IP address in this scenario. So let me try to ping now. So go to command prompt, open the simulation, put a command, ping 192.168.10. Which one? 2. Whenever I will press enter, the ARP request will be generated automatically, forwarded to the switch. Switch will only broadcast in the left side, only in the same department. No other department will be disturbed. Okay. So dear all, this is how we can do the configuration of what? VLAN. But now we have to discuss some theoretical part also. Okay. What is that part? That the VLAN is the virtual local area network. Okay. So it is a logical segmentation of the network. It can work on both L2 and L3 switch. So it will help to that we can break single VLAN information into multiple VLAN information. We will discuss about this one also. It has a size of 12-bit, that is means maximum can be 4096. Okay, there are two types of VLAN, Ethernet VLAN and token ring VLAN. This VLAN are enabled by default in the switch, but they have no application. So they cannot be used in what? Any network. Clear? So let's talk about the VLAN information we have just created in the switch. So I will go to switch, put a command. Which one? Show VLAN brief. It will give me all the idea that which VLAN has been created. So it will say that I only have two VLAN information. One is available for HR. One is available for what? Sales. HR and sales information are only available because we advertise the HR and sales only. Right? We have isolated the department on the behalf of what? HR and sales. Okay. Now we can see that this department is not forwarding the data to other side. Okay. Now again go to the switch, open the configuration, you will find that there are some predefined VLAN available. Okay. What we have done, we have just created the VLAN on these two manually. But these VLANs 1002345, all of these VLANs are created automatic. Basically, these four VLANs have no use. These are waste. So there we don't have any application about this tier token ring or fiber distributing network. We don't have any use of these, all of these. Okay, so these are the extra VLAN. But before going to discuss about the types of VLAN, we have to discuss about the total range of VLAN. Okay. So by default, all the member of the switch interfaces are the part of what? VLAN 1. By default, VLAN 1 is allotted to all the interface. Okay. Second one is what? We have two types of VLAN, standard VLAN and extended VLAN. On the basis of number, we have divided this one. If I talk about standard VLAN has a size of VLAN 1 to 1001. Okay. If I talk about the extended VLAN, so the size is what? 1006 to 4096. Okay. So these VLANs are the part of what? Standard and extended VLAN. So in normally we can able to use what? Standard VLAN up to 100. Okay. Sorry, 1000. So 1 to 1001. This is the range of what? Standard VLAN. Okay. So dear all, by default, standard VLAN will be available in your switches. What is this? This is by default. If you want to want to configure on on the basis of extended VLAN, you have to you have to create you have to change the VTP mode to transparent. Now you will ask me, sir, what is the meaning of this VTP mode transparent? These are the VTP modes, so we will later discuss in what VTP. Okay, got the range of what VLAN information. Now, where do this VLAN memory will be saved? If you are creating the VLAN on any switch, it will store that data in what VLAN database file. So this file will be stored in what flash memory. Flash memory. In this flash memory, the file will be VLAN.dat file. Okay, and this is how we can open the flash file and we can delete the flash file. Okay, let's go to the switch again, and I will put a command what show flash. So it will say that I have VLAN.dat. When we have configured the VLAN, it will automatically create what VLAN and .dat file here. Okay, so VLAN uses the flash memory to store the database. Okay, all the information can also be stored in what VLAN database, but that VLAN database will be created in this one. So how we can check the flash memory? Okay, the command is what show flash, and then delete flash VLAN.dat. This is how we can delete the VLAN information. Okay, everyone. Okay, so these are the commands to do the VLAN, to configure the VLAN. Okay, how we can create the VLAN? VLAN to name HR. Okay, if you want to do the range of VLAN, so you have to put here VLAN 3 to 5. Okay, so there will be three VLANs will be created, 3, 4, and 5. Clear? And this is how we can delete the VLAN. Switch config no VLAN, no VLAN, no VLAN. This command is used to delete the VLAN information. Okay. So as I told you, by default, the standard VLAN is available here. Okay. Extended VLAN is must be manually created on the switches. Okay. So dear, these are the steps to do the VLAN information to create the VLAN. Okay. Now let's configure on real devices after this one. Okay. So these are the command to do that. Switch, go to global configuration mode, put the VLAN number to name HR. Okay. Another interface is what? 3. VLAN 3. Okay. So it doesn't have asked the name. So these are the command used to create the VLAN information on the switches. Clear? Now this is our switch. Recently we have discussed about this allotment. Okay. Let's go back to the switch again. Put a command. Which one, dear all? Show VLAN brief. So it will say, okay, dear all. So this is how we can configure the VLAN information. And if you want to check that, go to show privilege mode. Put a command show VLAN brief. Okay. So dear all, I hope you like the session. If you like this session, please share and follow me. Have a nice day.